So this is the next version of the plate that I just did the video on, and it has an improvement on it because we found that when we were putting the cord in this, let me see if I can flip this around for you. We put the cord in this shape of hole. The cord sometimes would have trouble either staying in there or getting shorted out, getting cut. And so the change has been to insert a cylinder shape that will then take this part out, make a hole, and then if I can show you here, let me select it all, and we're going to make it so the hole. So now can you see that there is this cylinder shape here, a rounded shape at the end. It doesn't go all the way through, but it just creates a hole around a hole and carves this part out of the design so that your the cord when you put it in through that slot, or after you've soldered it onto the LED light, that the cord has a place to be and it'll be firmly kept and won't get broken. So let me show you how we can build this cylinder and how it can go inside here. So we need to grab a cylinder that's going to make a hole. Okay, and I'm going to back out here a bit so we can see some things. I'm going to bring this on over. Okay, and we need to size it. And the size, here's my little note here. It's a 1/4 inch cylinder, meaning it's a 1/4 inch around and it's a 1/2 inch deep. And so we can make those changes here by clicking on the square like that. 1/4 of an inch is 0.25. So we can change this to 0.25. And then we need to change this other one to 0.25. And now we have a perfect circle or a perfect cylinder. Oops, there we go. Now I want to note, I want to make this 0.25. And you notice how once I left it, it converted it to the fraction because we're using the metric, the English units, the inches. And now we want to get so that this, so we're going to click the top button where we now get the height of this. And we want the cylinder to be a 1/2 inch long. So that's going to be 0.5 inches. Now we have our cylinder, this right shape of this one. So then the next thing is to tip this over on its edge. So it's on its side. So it'll sit in here. And that's where that double arrow comes in. Either the number will come up for you, or you can grab onto the double arrow and twist it around. But if that comes up, just type in 90, because that's going to turn it one way or the other, and it's going to be flat with this. And then we can use our arrow keys. Remember, the arrow key to the right goes to the right, the arrow key to the left goes to the left. But what gets confusing in this three-dimensional source is that the up is not the up arrow. The up arrow actually on your keyboard will make it move backward, and then the down arrow will make it move forward. And we want this to be a little forward so that it will stick a little bit out of our block and make sure that we cut that hole. Okay, so then the next part is to just align this with our block like that, and then use that little point. Whoa, it's hard to see in here. Where'd you go? There it is. Drag this up until it covers, I don't know if you can see this, but until it covers that rectangular bottom section here where the LED light will go in. So I can click that again. Where's my up arrow? Come on. There it is. Drag this on up until it covers that hole, and then you can move it left and right to get it to line up so that it just covers it out. And then once that's in there, then you have this hole in here, and you can group this whole thing. You can see how that all works out. So let's see if we can group this up. Oh, that looks good. Okay, select it all, highlight it all, and then up here we've got this grouping button that puts all the pieces together. We should be able to see a round hole on this end And then on the other end, we should see our more blocky hole like that. Looks like part of an I-beam, if you know what that is. We can zoom in and just check it out. Okay, so there you have it. We changed the design based on some testing of the previous design, and we're able to make some improvements. Ooh, a little crazy. All right, there you have it. That's how to put a little spacer there for your cord.